with Big D and Bubba.
It's the Bellamy brothers this week, Bubba.
Bellamy Brothers!
Hello, David and Howard.
Hello.
Good day.
Good day. All right. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of music to talk about. The Bellamy brothers, our guests this week. The Bellamy brothers, our guests this week. Good to see you, boys. You're looking better and better every time I see you.
Right.
Yeah. You got it. You got the hair kicking. How's got it going on? David's looking good, and always good to see you guys. Hey, I always taking you back into back to '79. I think you guys you did this in L.A. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? The backstory in that song.
I was watching a rerun of the old Groucho Marx show, You Bet Your Life.
Yeah.
And he used to flick his cigar, and he used that line on a really buxom blonde on the show.
Did you have to give him writing credit for that, or
no, I didn't. He's never complained. So
As inspired by.
That's right.
no, but I mean, I'm sure I've had other people from even old vaudeville comedians and stuff say that was a line that was around even way back then.
Yeah, it was.
But I heard Groucho.
Dad
That's
used
actually
it,
where
yeah.
I heard it and got the idea. I thought that would be a pretty good song title.
Yeah, well, and here it is, because it did very well for you guys. And number one, it's the Bellamy brothers, our guests this week on Honky Tonkin. The Bellamy brothers are our guests this week, David and Howard. This is their 5th year together. They've never done this before. They're very excited.
A new group.
new group. Did you grow up like? Because you're
No, we never grew up.
That's one thing we didn't
We're still
do.
working on that one.
Did you guys grow up singing, like practicing the harmonizing that you have even as kids?
No, not really practicing it so much. Mainly, we were sort of moved to the back row of the church. I mean, I can remember us being little kids, 5, 6 years old, on the back row with a hymnal in our hand, singing along when we couldn't even read the words.
Well, we had a sister too, and there's only so many parts you can sing, and one would take the lead or whatever, and somebody jump on the other. It's just automatic parts, so it would sound,
Yeah.
harmony is something we grew up with.
It just kind of
in church.
developed family harmony, sort of.
There's that what they call it, blood harmony or whatever.
Yeah.
You definitely have it. The Bellamy brothers are our guests this week. More with them on the way on Honky Tonkin. The Bellamy brothers joining us this week on the show, and as we go back and we look at all the songs, there's so many that you guys have in the early '80s. I guess '83, When I'm Away From You. Any backstory on this song? How it came about?
When I'm Away From You, we've been working with Frankie Miller, he was from Scotland originally, and he was well known in Europe, but not so much he had a big hit in Europe called Darling, and we were working with Frankie, one of the craziest people we've ever met, but also one of the greatest songwriters. He was. They brought him to Nashville. I think he was a little too wild at that time.
Even Nashville, yeah.
So we took him down to the ranch in Florida, and we also wrote
Welcome to Derby.
Yeah. We wrote "I Lie to You for Your Love" with him, and he actually worked with some really big acts, and he got thrown out of about 5 hotels down around our house.
Nice.
We couldn't go back to the hotels anytime.
He drinks a bit.
Yeah, he likes it, huh?
He was a fabulous song. He's actually still living. He's not in the greatest shape.
No, he's
in the
not
world.
in good shape.
Because he likes to drink.
He's a man who lived.
That's
He
right.
did live, yes.
And an amazing singer. I mean, he was like a Rod Stewart type voice, but I'll swear it's even raspier, better, incredible.
Yeah, he was the most amazing singer and writer, and so yeah, we really, really enjoyed him.
But don't ever drink with him.
No, you don't want to drink. The Bellamy brothers with us, David and Howard. You guys get along. You kind of remind me a lot of us. Bubba and I, we kind of finish each other's thoughts and sentences or whatever. Do you have anything that you disagree with, though, like musically or otherwise, where you kind of like, all right, we're just going to agree to disagree, brother?
Well, Howard likes to go to Costco
You like Sam's?
What's that
Yeah,
got to do with agreeing with each other?
yeah. Those
And
big-
David goes, "Hey, while you're there, pick me up."
Yeah, yeah.
so-and-so."
While you're, I don't want to go, but pick me up something while you're.
I'm his gopher or what?
I didn't know if you ever have like a thing. You're like, hey man, I got this great idea for this song, and I really like this this, and you play it, and the other one's like, man, I don't.
You know, there's kind of a telepathy. It's really hard to explain. You know, if there's something I really don't like, I try to find the right timing to say, you know, I don't just blurt out that sucks.
He needs about three drinks in, huh?
Yeah, or a gummy or two. You know,
I'm like, well,
catch him
you
at
can
the
just
right
tell
time.
me the song sucks. I don't care.
Celebrating 50 years as a dynamic duo, the Bellamy brothers, David and Howard, joining us. So, I mean, you guys are known. You know, your signature song, of course, "Let Your Love Flow," a song that how do you explain to someone? Because you guys you lived it and still do, of how, the enormity of that song.
Well, we just grabbed on and tried to hold on to it in the beginning because we didn't really know what was coming. We went from basically being dirt farmers to like jetting to Japan one weekend and Germany the next weekend and then Australia the next weekend.
That had to be a trip.
Oh, it was, and we tried to do everything that we thought a rock star should.
Oh wow!
And so the first,
Congrats on that.
That's
We tried.
so the first couple of years of that career, I mean, it's just really amazing we didn't kill ourselves.
yeah.
But then you kind of level out and hopefully.
I like he's like kind of like, yeah, you kind of level out.
You gotta do.
Yeah.
And so, we just kind of grabbed on. I mean, it still takes us around the world. I mean, it's amazing.
It was actually it actually just went. The record just went gold again.
Again.
That's what we're doing with
Is
the
it
opera
because of all
tonight.
the streaming and everything?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the RIAA certified it
Yeah,
again.
I didn't even know it till like a week ago.
In fact, they're
It's
coming
like,
to the
what?
Opry tonight to do the little thing. So,
Oh, no way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it is the worldwide smash. The Bellamy Brothers, "Let Your Love Flow" on Honky Tonkin. The Bellamy Brothers, our guest this week on the show. Love these guys. You know, I was talking to you guys in the green room before the show about the Grand Ole Opry and what it means to you guys. Some great story. Can you please tell Bubba the story about going up and how it used to be at the Opry when you pulled up?
Well, I think the best our introduction story is we had this roadie that I said we got him from Molly Hatchet. I remember the old group Molly Hatchet. I
Molly
think he was
Hatchet.
one of Molly Hatchet's rejects from the roadie and was working for us. And we pulled up to the Opry for the first time, and he said, "I'll go in and find the dressing room." And he went in there and he came back and he goes, I found this little guy in there. I think he's the janitor. He said he's going to get you a dresser. About that time, Roy Acuff walks out
With a big key
with a
ring
big
on
key
his
ring.
And he
belt.
called him the
Yeah,
janitor.
because this guy didn't. He was an old rock and roll roadie.
Yeah.
And so Howard and I were like, "Mr. Acuff, we are so sorry." And Roy,
Our last time playing the Opry.
and Roy was like, "Oh, don't worry, boys." He goes, "I am the janitor half the time around here, you know." And that's kind of how we became friends with Roy Acuff on the Opry. But that's kind of what it was like. And that was 78, 77.
about then, yeah.
Somewhere in there. And but we've played the Opry over the years. We just played our 69th show at Billy Bob's in Fort Worth, Texas.
Wow.
So we got to be probably up there in
Same with the Opry.
performances too.
That's
yeah.
impressive.
I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the person I miss most, of course, is little Jimmy Diggins.
Yeah.
It's just not the same since he's not there.
Yeah. It's an honor to have the boys in, the Bellamy Brothers, again, as you go through all the years of songs and hit after hit after hit, for all the wrong reasons, a song that went number one in 1982. Was this a song that you were like, when you heard it the first time, you get the demo or whatever, and you scratch it that you're working on it, and you're kind of like, oh, yeah, this is going to work. Is that the way this one went, or was it more of like, let's just see how it goes?
We recorded this down at the ranch, didn't we?
Reasons. Oh, I wrote Reasons.
Yeah, you wrote
Yeah.
Raisins. That's why he has me around to remind him of that.
Yeah. we recorded at the ranch. In fact, we were running from our record label.
Yeah,
and we tried
to get kicked off the record.
We were
label.
trying to get thrown out.
Why was that?
Well, they weren't doing their job, basically.
You know that old what one movie is it? Is it Godfather or Sopranos, where it's you try to get out, they pull you back.
Yeah.
Like the old mob. That's kind of the way it was.
You don't get off that easy.
Yeah. So we cut When I'm Away From for all their own reasons. When we cut Redneck Girl, as all the same session.
Yeah.
And Dancing Cowboys.
Bowen was supposed to be producing it, Jimmy Bowen, and he came down. All he did was play golf the entire time, and we stayed in the studio, and he'd come in. About every 2 or 3 days. He was playing golf and just verify the fact he was the producer. And,
as you're doing all the work.
Little stomping. And this is what I want, and then leaves for the.
Well, no, we used to get him really stoned.
Yeah, we did. But he was a closet hippie, and no one knew that.
The best thing about Bowen is, if you had a meeting with him, he was tough. He was really tough. He'd tell you, my way or the highway. But if you got him really stoned,
just get him stoned for the meeting. We called it Truth Serum.
Man, got the boys at Bellamy Brothers, our guests this week.
I was watching, remember that show? It used to be on a while back. It was called Live PD, and they used to have the cops, and they would follow them around, and you'd see everything as it was happening. They went to Pasco County, Florida right now.
They
stay
lived
there all the time. I think the studio's there now.
Yeah. Oh, was it? So they did a thing in Pasco County, and they're like, yeah, you hear this on the radio.
It's right there on State Road 52 near Bellamy Brothers Boulevard.
I'm like, Bellamy Brothers Boulevard? What?
Yeah,
that's the coolest.
That's where our ranch
Don't ever
is.
get a road named after you.
Oh, I want a road named after me.
Well, the problem is getting a road named after you is it starts to develop. See, we used to live in the country, like way in the country.
And,
it's starting to
there's
develop
a little
now.
section in Pasco County where it's just some of the heaviest crime in Florida. It's just a nest of it. And it actually,
That's Methville.
Yeah.
well, there used to be a lot of mobsters in Tampa years back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the mob. You look at all the old movies, they always mention, I'm going to fly down to Tampa. Mm-hmm. When they had a roulette, they played all kinds of things went on down there. And the rednecks would make moonshine, sell it to the mobsters in the early days. So, yeah, there was and little nest still exists. But you're right, it shocked me. I said, we live around this stuff.
Our name is on this road.
Yeah.
It's part of the show where we call it the dealer's choice, and the Bellamy Brothers are with us. So what's a song that you guys wanted to request, and why? Give us maybe a little something about it.
Well, I was going to request Seminole Wind by our buddy John Anderson because it's a good old Florida song. I think that should be the state song, our state
agree.
song.
Yeah.
It's not?
No, I think Swanee River is the state song. I believe, isn't it?
I think Stephen Foster beat John out just by that much.
But it's the unofficial state song anyway.
Well, it should. Honestly, it should be.
Yeah.
It is a good one. Seminole Wind, John Anderson, by request by the Bellamy Brothers. The Bellamy Brothers with us, David and Howard, and I always love these guys. Hey, is there a song? I know Let Your Love Flow. It's enormous. It's huge. It takes so much room in the space in the room. But if you could be remembered for just one song other than Let Your Love Flow, what would you choose and why?
Well, as far as and what reminded me that we just came back from Norway, and the band kept coming up and saying after every show they'd come up and go, I didn't know I Need More of You was such a big record, because that when we started playing that in the Norwegian crowds, everybody would get up and start applauding. But I think worldwide, it was Let Your Love Flow, and then Body, and then I Need More of You was probably our third biggest international hit.
Really?
Yeah, and it went number one here too, but it wasn't as big as like Redneck Girl.
Yeah.
Just in airplay wise, but internationally, I think it probably got. And you can go. Me and my wife were in a flea market in Norway one time, and there's a band down at the end of the thing playing it, like a little local band. And so a lot of people knew that song. It's really odd because I don't think of it till we go overseas.
If you ever get a chance, go to a Norwegian market.
Yeah.
Get some moose jerky.
Oh, is it delicious?
Yeah, reindeer and moose jerky.
Reindeer jerky.
Really?
Right around Christmas.
Is it the way it's flavored, or is it the actual meat itself?
Meats.
The reindeer is actually the the best. Like it's almost domestic. They domesticate them there. Up in Lapland, we've toured up in there too, and yeah, and they have shepherds out in the snow with reindeer following them around.
Do they know that because they have the red nose?
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Better than a brown nose.
So the Bellamy Brothers this week, and we talk about Redneck Girl back in 1982. Do you know Blake? This song has been covered by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Blake Shelton covered it in the Dukes of Hazzard movie or whatever. I think McGraw did it as well. This thing's it just has its own. It really. Do you feel like it reaches out to like different audiences, country, rock?
Yeah, it kind of took a life of its own. It was really weird because it was a number one radio hit, and then that's when in the '90s when a lot of the line dancing was going
when it
on.
was
So we
the
did a
craze.
dance mix of the thing, and I think the dance mix got bigger than the hit did, and over the years it's like really surprising to see people all over the world line dancing to Redneck Girl.
Yeah, especially there's rednecks everywhere though. That's
Oh,
something we've learned.
Yeah. Now,
You're
Howard and I
exactly
can
right.
tell you that for
And
sure. 'cause
all
we-
around the world, there's rednecks.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about. Like,
yeah.
so you go 20 minutes outside of Berlin, you're going to run into
Oh,
German
abso-
rednecks.
absolutely.
You go 20 minutes outside of Sydney, there's a redneck.
Thank God
You go
for
5 minutes outside of Sydney.
Yeah.
Love them all. Love them all.
Yeah, they're all usually they're at our shows. We'll be playing in Australia, and one of them go, I drove 3 days to get here to this show. And he's not kidding. The guy really did.
Now drink out of my shoe.
David and Howard, the Bellamy Brothers. Yes, they're real. People really ask that. Are they y'all really brothers? People ask you that. It has to. What is the weirdest place that you've been? You guys have been all around the world, and you hear one of your songs.
That
Probably,
island.
Yeah, it's down in the South Pacific on an island.
We actually had a guy come out of a grass shack with one of our albums to get autographed.
What?
Yeah.
They were, and there's some of those islands. There's people who are related to cannibals, just a couple of generations.
Yeah, like
ago.
Papua New Guinea and all that. Yeah.
for real.
We were walking around this island. We were playing down there, and they were
Isle
actually carving canoes by hand.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and
The Isle of Pines.
Isle of Pines.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. And they came out, and we were doing this special show there, and they came out with one of our albums, the Buffalo album.
Yeah.
and
The guy
it freaked me out.
The guy walked out. I mean, this guy looked like he could have had a bone in his nose. I mean, he was a native
Yeah.
guy, and they hunt pigs. There's wild pig there, and they fish for sharks. We were watching them fish for sharks, and they were building these canoes and stuff. And he comes out of a little tiki hut looking thing with one of our old albums to get it signed.
You had to pay homage to the sea snakes there.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I think you had to leave a little trinket. So
you got to leave him some chewing gum or something.
Yeah, you ain't getting cursed.
chew on this, not on this.
The Bellamy Brothers gracing us with the presence this week. We appreciate it. David wrote "Old Hippie" back in mid '80s or so, I guess.
Yeah.
Was this kind of a because you guys are different? Like you don't really you guys you're just you're your own people. Like you are what you are.
You're kind of old hippies.
You're old hippie, cowboy, redneck, rock stars, folk, whatever.
Yeah.
Does that song come from like, hey, this is who we are?
It certainly included us. I was a lot of people have asked me about who that was about, and it really I usually say it's sort of a composite character because a lot of that it was like people we knew and went to school with and stuff. Guys that went to Vietnam and never came back, and people we grew up with, so there was a little bit of everything in there. But Howard and I are certainly in that song. Ourselves.
And actually, we were with Jimmy Bowen recording when we recorded that, and after we found out he was a closet hippie, David he'd written a song, and he hadn't even showed it to me. We were showing each other songs, and when I heard it, I said, "Holy crap!" And I said, let's do that. Just
I didn't think anybody would relate to it.
not knowing whether it would have a
Yeah.
So then we find out that Bowen would toke a few and speak the truth occasionally, and so we pitched it, and sure enough, Bowen had two wives named Dixie.
Right.
He married two different times, both named
Well, that's
Dixie.
a smart way to do
Yeah,
it. Then
yeah.
you don't
If you're
accidentally-
dreaming.
Yeah. I'm dreaming about
Dixie.
you.
But anyway, where was I going with
I don't
this?
know, but here's old hippie. That's the Bellamy brothers.
Thank you.
It's the Bellamy brothers. Our guests this week, Howard and David. You guys are. It's cool because I hear some of the stuff in commercials now, and it's like pop culture stuff, and you're exposing people like. I don't know. I forget what the ad was. What was it what's the latest?
Let Your Love Flow is in something I heard the other day.
The Super Bowl ad, but the Budweiser ad.
Yes.
Yeah, that surprised us. We didn't know about it. It was
What?
They told us after they had done it.
Oh, and you're like, cha-ching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So that really surprised us, but it was great, and they're still playing it a lot now.
Yeah, is that good money?
Yes.
Yeah. All Mel Muck's money is good money.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, you just sit back and just go.
Yeah.
What a life. Jeez, what a life, you guys. Losers.
Well, it isn't all that glamorous. I mean,
I don't know. It's pretty glamorous. You go out to your mailbox and you get money. That's
well, that part
is
pretty
right.
good.
The Bellamy brothers with us, and we're about to talk about or go into Kids of the Baby Boom. David wrote it. Do you write most of the songs, David?
I write what I can. I've written most of our hits, and Howard and I write together, and he writes separately, and I write. It's just kind of we never really have a.
You kind of get you write. You kind of go off in your own way. You write your songs, come together, and then share each other what you have.
We don't really have a formula so much. I mean, once in a while we'll say, "Hey, I got this idea for this thing," and we'll pound it out on the table.
I love the idea of the Kids of the Baby Boom.
Yeah.
It's a great, hook, I guess.
Well, that was
Story.
actually a leftover lyric from Old Hippie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Old Hippie, when I wrote it originally, had about 9 verses. It was a lot
For
of
different characterizations and all that?
just different imagery and stuff like that. And there was a line in it it said "Kids of the Baby Boom." This one line, and I like that title a lot. So that sort of became the other song.
Does that happen a lot where you kind of throw a line out of a song and it becomes another song?
No, not
I'm
that
glad it worked on this one.
It worked pretty good on here.
The Bellamy brothers, our guest this week on the show. Do you guys have like a unicorn fan, someone famous or unexpected that came up to you and said, "Oh my God, I love y'all's music"?
Well, Sting was
with Tammy
Tammy
Wynette.
Tammy and him were eating dinner. Yeah, and Tammy.
I'm sorry, you're going over it, Steve.
Sting from the
and
Police.
Tammy
Yeah.
Wynette were having dinner.
Yeah,
This
and
sounds like a joke.
And Merchants, remember that?
Yeah,
That's
and
here
Tammy
in town.
Tammy got up. She saw us, and we toured all over the world with Tammy, and she got up and she said, "I want you to meet Sting," and he said, "I used to play Let Your Love Flow in my first band."
It just made me feel really old.
yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah, I
it
was
was
shocked.
we did feel really old then that Sting was in playing Let Your Love Flow in the first band.
I met him one time and I got nervous and my voice cracked. I was like, "Hi."
The Bellamy brothers joining us this week. Appreciate those guys, these guys, hanging out with us. The Forrester sisters came up and you guys collaborated on a song together. Too much is not enough. How did this collab come about? You guys approach them first, I guess?
Yeah, we found out that it was a funny thing. We bumped into them like at the old fanfare. I think like it was here at the fairgrounds back then.
Yeah.
And found out that their cousin grew up as our neighbor. He was like our Sunday school teacher when we were kids and stuff.
Oh, what?
And we got we got talking
we
new
had no
family.
idea.
We knew their families were together, and it was just sort of a thing where everybody like we knew all each other,
Yeah.
And so I wrote that too much is not enough. And I said, that might make a good duet, for male, female, sing back and forth kind of thing, and it seemed like good timing. And they had just had a couple of big hits, so we asked them to do it.
Yeah, it's been so fun. The Bellamy Brothers. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
man.
know it's a pain to get it, to come in and do all this stuff and
all
it
the
means a lot to us.
coordination.
It really does. Thank
And
you.
then it all goes fast. It's like
And it's over, I know.
I could have done another 3 hours of this.
I know.
You just over anticipate things. And thanks for having the Christmas
You're
decorations
welcome.
up for
We did
us.
it. Yeah, we did.
Setting the
We know.
spirit.
Yeah, that's the first Christmas spirit I've seen all year.
That's us.
You can find them BellamyBrothers.com touring. You guys are on the road still. You got the TV show going. What else can we push for you guys?
Well, we're doing all kind of stuff. Mainly right now we're just touring a great deal, and we're working on our 50th album. By the way, it's
Good Lord.
It's going to be called 50 Years On, and should be out about next May or June.
Okay.
Again, BellamyBrothers.com. You get all the info on them. Thank you, boys. Good to see
Thank
you
you,
again.
man.
David
Thank
and
you,
Howard.
guys.
The Bellamy Brothers.
With Big D and Bubba.